Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Group 5. How are you guys doing? Yes, I'm good. What? What did you say? You tired of quarantine? Yes, I know. Quarantine is tough. But you know what? You're tougher. Well, even though we're just staying at home and studying online, I think it's really important to chill and kick back, take a break from studying sometimes. And in order to spine up that kickback, why don't we just get into the kitchen and do some baking? Well, as you can see at the title, today we're gonna show you how to make black bean brownies. For sure, some people are gonna ask me, why it has to be black bean brownies? Why not just the normal brownies? Well, there's no big reasons for this. Simply that we like it. I'm just kidding. Here are some reasons why you should try this recipe out. Well, this is a very healthy recipe as it's a vegetarian, high protein, and low calories recipe. And it's also very easy to make. Additionally, it's also a low budget recipe, so it's very suitable for students as well as big family. All the ingredients used in this recipe are very simple and easy to find. You can find them at any stores, even convenience stores. And more importantly, it doesn't taste like beans at all. It tastes just like original brownie. Or you know what? Actually, I guarantee it tastes better than the original brownie. Or maybe even better than your grandma's cookie. Well, that might be too much. I don't want to compete with your grandma. But trust me, it's gonna be yummy in your belly. Well, before getting to the main cooking show, why don't we go through some useful tips to get this easy recipe even easier? Well, here we are. Well, I would recommend you to buy unsalted canned black beans because you don't want your black beans to be savory as this is a dessert and you don't want it to taste like preservative. But if you buy salted canned black beans, that's totally fine. Just drain and rinse the beans for several times to wash all of the salt away. Or if you only have the uncooked black beans, that's totally fine too. There's always a solution for that. Soak them in the hot water for an hour if you want a quick solution, or you can soak them in room temperature water overnight. Then steam them until tender before using them for the recipe. When mixing the batter, remember to pour the wet mixture into the dry mixture little bit by little bit. And as you pour the two mixture together, make sure to mix the batter very well to prevent clumpiness. And now I have a quick question for you. What is more important than checking your ex Instagram? I give you 3 seconds to both think and answer. One, two, three. Yes, it's hygiene and sanitation. You got it right. Before cooking, make sure to wash your hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds. Even though your cooking station shines bright like a diamond, sanitize it again carefully before cooking. Without exception, cooking tools must also be clean. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want those tiny, little ugly organisms running around my food and cause foodborne illness. So you make sure to keep everything clean to prevent cross contamination. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the introduction. Now, let's get into the main show.
Hey guys, today we'll be making black bean brownies. This recipe is easy and simple, so there's no need to worry if you are not that comfortable with baking.
We will have fun and go through all the steps together. Let's bake.
The ingredients that we will be using are 2/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, half a cup of cocoa, half a cup of margarine, a cup and a half of sugar, 4 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of black beans, and half a teaspoon of baking powder.
The equipments we'll be using are bowls, measuring cups, measuring spoons, food processor, oven, pan, a knife, and a sieve.
To start off, we need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Let's wash our hands before we handle any ingredients or equipment and make sure that the area and surface that we're going to be using is clean.
We need to prepare a pan by lightly spraying oil on the pan. In the bowl, sift the flour, salt, and baking powder together.
Remember to thoroughly wash the beans before using them. Using a food processor, mix the cocoa, margarine, sugar, eggs, vanilla, and black beans. Blend until the texture of the mixture shows little to no beans left. Mix the wet mixture with the dry ingredients, and when the batter is well mixed, pour the batter into the pan that we've prepared earlier.
Then we put the pan into the preheated oven and bake it for 30 minutes. Check the brownies from time to time and adjust time accordingly. Every oven is different. To check if the brownies are done, poke the middle of the brownies, and if the knife comes out cleanly, the brownies are done. Cut the brownies into cubes.
When your brownies are done, you want to test for the doneness with a toothpick. After 30 minutes of baking, you can use a toothpick, a chopstick, or a knife to see if your brownies are cooked. If there's still wet batter after you pull it out, your brownies need to bake more. But if it comes out clean and dry, that means your brownies are done and ready to be served. When your brownies are done, they should look brown and shiny. Their texture should be soft, moist, airy, and slightly fluffy. The flavor will be a delightful, sweet, rich, dark chocolate flavor. It'll taste even better if you add some vanilla ice cream on top too. It's a pretty versatile recipe as well. If you cannot tolerate gluten, good for you. Good news for you, I mean. That black beans are gluten-free, and you can also substitute the flour with gluten-free flour, such as oat flour. If you want a whole vegan recipe, eggs can be replaced by mashed up banana, a ripe one, and it can also give your brownies some extra sweetness. In case you only have butter in your fridge, you can use it instead of margarine, and white sugar can be substituted with brown sugar, reduced to only 1 cup, to make your brownies even healthier. There's some facts you should know about black beans. Black beans are classified as legumes. They are also known as turtle beans because they are of their hard shell-like appearance. They are rich in vitamins and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, copper, and so on, which are very important in the building and maintaining bone structure and strength. Natural black beans have been found to decrease blood pressure, so drain and rinse black beans well before using to reduce sodium content. Black beans are also a good source of fiber. 1 cup equals 15 grams of fiber, which help prevent constipation and promote regularity for a healthy digestive tract. Folate, which plays a role in DNA synthesis and repair in black beans, may help prevent the formation of cancer cells from mutations in the DNA. So to sum up, this is a healthy, cheap, easy recipe to make. All of the ingredients are easy to find if they're not already in your pantry. You can store your brownies in an airtight container in the fridge for about 1 week, but they probably won't last that long. Also remember to use good personal hygiene and work area hygiene before, during, and after making this recipe or any other in the kitchen. Read the recipe carefully before you start to ensure you are using the correct measurements and following each step properly. And have fun with it. This is a fun and easy recipe to make. I encourage everyone to try it out. Trust me, it's going to satisfy all your sensory buds. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your brownies.